Afternoon, folks. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, and I just finished up an On the Water's Edge course this past weekend. We had a great time. I've got classes back to back to back right now, so I'm kind of trying to squeeze videos in as I can. What I thought we'd do today is talk about what I think is one of the most underrated tools for self-reliance and fishing that you can own and understand, and that is the cast net. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive out to the lake. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up, how to throw a cast net, how to catch fish, and show you that it's very, very easy, even throwing a cast net multiple times in the same location, to catch a few fish every time that you can easily use for bait, either for fishing or for trapping. And that's the key to it. It's a very versatile item because it can get you not only food, if you catch fish that are big enough, but also bait for fishing or for trapping. And I think that's a very important thing to understand for self-reliance or for longer term. And they don't weigh that much if you get a smaller one, and they're not that difficult to carry, very easy to use. I'm going to show you the most simple way to throw a cast net today, and we'll have you throwing pancakes in no time at all. Stay with me. All right, guys, what I want to talk to you about today is cast nets, okay? This is only a 4-foot cast net. It doesn't weigh a ton. It probably weighs 3.5, 4 pounds maybe. So easy if you've got conveyance like a canoe or anything like that, you can easily carry this. A john boat, a skiff, in your truck, in your car even, okay? You might not want to backpack this, but I can tell you there are some huge advantages to a small cast net like this. This thing is going to catch you bait almost guaranteed if there's fish in the water, because the smaller bait type fish and rough fish are going to be next to the shore. Now, you need to check your local regulations to make sure it's legal to throw cast nets where you're at and what species you have to return to the water if you catch them. In Ohio, rough fish, minnows, shad, that kind of stuff, even bluegill, you can keep out of a cast net. Other fish that are considered game fish or are species specific of limits, you have to let those go. But this is probably one of the easiest ways to get quick bait to fish immediately with if you're trying to catch bigger fish. And once in a while, if you get in the right spot, you'll get fish big enough to eat right out of this thing, okay? So it can pay big dividends to carry this. The problem with this is that a lot of people overcomplicate this. It is not difficult to throw a cast net. In fact, it's very easy. Things you want to watch for are, you don't want structure in the water where you're throwing this cast net. A weed bed or something like that is fine. We've got a little bit of a weed bed in front of us now. That's fine. But you don't want hard structure like trees and things because your net's going to get hung on that, okay? You've got a piece of rope that draws the lines that draw the net up in the middle from the weights. You've got what's called a horn right here. What you're going to do with this thing is you're going to take this rope, tether it to your wrist through the loop, and then gather fathoms at a time until you get up to the horn, okay? Once you get to the horn, you're just going to take that horn and put that in your hand just like this. Everything's cupped in my hand. I may have to pick this net up and fold it again into my hand, depending on how long it is. This net is only long enough that when I stretch my arm out, it's touching the ground. So I don't have to fold this net. Now, the easiest way to do this, in all actuality, is to let the net hang naturally, go to the outside here and pick up some net. Drop that weight in your hand. Then take the closest side to you and pull it into your waist, and now your net's already open, and it's just a 180 swing and throw. So you're just going to take this and go just like that, and you're going to throw pancakes every single time. All right, I barely let that thing even sink, and it's got fish in it. See if I can shake them out of there, along with the weeds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fish in there, and not even hardly let that thing sink. All right, all good bait fish. All right, so let's go through this one more time. We're not going to overcomplicate this. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do this, okay? Again, tether to your arm so you don't throw the net away. Coil it up, full arm spans. If the next one gets you to the horn, take the horn and put it in your hand, just like this. If the net's long enough to touch the ground, right out here at arm stretched out, you're probably okay. If it's any longer than that, You may need to double some of this up. In this case, I don't really need to. Take this most outside row, grab a weight and put it in my hand. The inside toward myself. I'm just gonna take that and kind of pin it to my side and let it naturally fly out of my hand because it's just a 180 motion from here. I get on the water's edge. Boom. Pancakes, okay? Another fish laying right here I didn't get out of the net. There may be some fish in here as we let that drop to the bottom. Yeah, there's fish in here for sure. This camera down here. Pick it up, shake them out. See that? There's 5, 6 fish in there again. Perfect bait for larger species like catfish, right? Get these things back in the water. Come on, you. I don't have any intention of keeping them today. Now the next logical question is how to store the cast net, right? For carrying it around with you. We're going to take this off our wrist, and you can see there's just a loop in there. They come in a box, and you can store it in a box if you want to. Take the bottom of this, and you spin it a little bit, just like that. Just spin it in circles till you get this wound up situation right here. Now you can kind of take this and wind it down like this. Wind it down the cast net. Collect your horn. Come up. Throw this through the loop. Tighten it down. Fold everything over the top, just like this. And you can drop it right in the box. And just coil your rope up and you're ready to go. Just like this. And you could do the same thing in some type of a mesh bag. If you didn't want to carry a hard case in your backpack or something like that, or in your canoe. You could put this in a dry bag, although I wouldn't recommend that because you want the thing to dry out. But something like that's very, very simple that you can carry in your car, in your boat, in your RV to get you bait immediately and sometimes even get you food. All right, guys, I appreciate you joining me for this quick video on the simplest way or the most effective way to throw a small cast net. I think that you can practice this just for a few minutes and you'll be doing it like a pro, not a problem at all. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, for our business. For all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends, check us out at selfrelianceoutfitters.com for the best outdoor cookware money can buy that's guaranteed for life. I'll see you guys on the next video.